So I want to thank you guys on TikTok for giving me feedback that you want to see me there and that you are there. I'm glad to see some of you back on there, and I'm glad to see some of you getting on there more that I've known from other places as well. And I'm actually really touched to you guys have reached out to me. You've even connected when I've reached out to you guys, and like you've wanted to connect with me. I feel like TikTok is becoming more of itself again. And so I really appreciate the feedback. I also got really good feedback on my structured AI prompt video. Go check that out. Somebody asked me in the comments, because I post these on multiple platforms. I don't just do YouTube, but I am getting a lot more integrated into YouTube, and I'm happy about that. But asking me about my software because of the microphone. Now, in that video, I was using Dolby on the microphone, and I do use Dolby on as my workflow for sure now because I can do YouTube with it. And I do love the microphone. I love the ability to change the sound with Dolby on. But right now, for YouTube, and I think this is really kind of cool for quality, as far as the sound, I am using Backpack, and I've got the microphone at a sound level that is really good for just talking with you. And then I will export this into Dolby On, pick the color, and then save, and then go to YouTube and upload. So that's my process. In case you guys are wondering, Backpack Studios is the app I'm recording now. So in case you guys were wondering, that's how this works. So in this, we're going to talk about rest, how important it is. And actually, we're not just talking about rest in a sense of like how important sleep is, which we're definitely going to get to. Didn't even think I'd have the energy to record, but I noticed if I'm recording ways of managing energy, ways of loving people more, ways of accepting people for who they are. Like if I'm posting a lot of this kind of stuff, I feel that my energy goes up in like recording and content creating. And it goes up in regards to my mind because I'm getting it out there and processing it out loud with you. So I appreciate you being here for it. And the last one, I talked about how to care less, love more. And in this one, I want to get into when you're getting out of fight or flight, there's a few side effects that we need to go over because especially to those of us who have done the work and became sober without all the drugs. I don't mean like you never have a vice that you're addicted to. I have plenty of vices that I love, that I'm addicted to, that I'm happy being addicted to be honest with you. My coffee is my number one. And my tech is up there as number one as well. So any of the things that I choose to be addicted to are in no chronological order because they're the top priority in life that help me to be there for family, be there for you, and things like that. So it's really cool to be addicted to things like coffee that are life-giving that can help me be there for you. So we're talking about, now we're getting into like the experience of getting out of fight or flight. And I've talked about like having a lot more energy. So one of the things I've gotten back into is cooking, but we do divide up things more, the cleaning and the cooking. And I've learned to divide up the laundry a little bit because I love doing laundry. I love having that level of control over our clothes. But because now I'm getting into cooking and other things, and because I do focus a lot of my time on deep work as well, and I find myself working a lot as well for pay and for just creative, I find that like allowing my husband to help with the laundry is actually helping us, and it's not bad. And then I'm able to even find an interest more in cooking and things like that. So like if you could allow somebody to help you with something really small that's not invading your privacy, like it's okay to work with people. One thing that you'll find in getting out of fight or flight mode is that you tend to you can feel yourself letting go in a lot of areas that you might have held on to, that you might have been really tense about. The laundry thing was actually one of them, as ridiculous as that sounds. Resting is another area that I want to get into. I want to do actual episodes on how napping increases productivity, because we have a lot of nap shaming, and I think that it's really important not to prioritize when you sleep, to be honest. Like, you want to be there for the people that you love. You don't want to sleep through their life. And that's why I've nap shamed a lot, because it sucks watching people sleep all the time. And people that you want to get to know more, people that are maybe in your life, maybe you've had a really good time with them and you want to spend more time with them. But you've got to pick the times that you prioritize sleep, and sometimes that's not going to look as traditional, especially when you work from home. And I love working from home. I can actually be a lot more involved in my neighborhood. If my neighbor needs me to watch their dog, I can watch their dog. I've enjoyed doing that and just being involved in our community more. And that's possibly due to working from home, actually, if I think about it, because I can really be involved in the community. I don't have to like snub people off the way that I would probably find myself not having as much energy to put into people if I was working in an office. I notice a big change in a lot of like moms that I hang out with, or that like I have around for my daughter's friends to hang out with or whatever. Some of them, we ended up becoming friends and we've hung out a little more, but I've noticed a huge like energy shift with them because they work in an office. It's very different. And they even told me that they themselves used to work from home and they've missed it in the past. They've missed being out though too much. Like, being out kind of took over. They feel like they work better being in an office, but they miss the lifestyle of working from home and how much more involved in even the laundry they are. It's kind of funny how they bring that up, because that's like my absolute favorite thing is laundry. And it's in a weird way. And so what I've learned is like, one of the things you can do is to manage your energy is allow a little bit of help and working together on things, and then relax. One of the things that I've had to learn to let go of is just to relax and watch some South Park, watch some Judge Judy, like some of the favorite shows. I mean, I'm not a huge TV person. I don't think TV is that great, but there are a few really good shows out there that really teach you a lot, that are funny, that I find worth watching. Simpsons, Family Guy, like certain seasons of Family Guy, American Dad, just whatever, like whether you're watching on your phone, on headphones, or TV with the family, just watch some stuff, relax, and have a good balance of what you eat so that it's healthy, but then you also eat stuff that tastes good, that's not too detrimental to your life, and that you're not, and have a healthy attitude towards just like being active and working out for the sake of being active and healthy, not for the sake of, depending on what you're doing in your life, not for the sake of looking perfect. The other thing is sleep is not going to look the same as it may in a traditional setting. If you're somebody, like, I'm not a very traditional person by any stretch. I'm very different in a lot of ways, including my sleep. And I don't like to be told certain ideas about that you have to sleep certain times, even though there's probably some truth to that. And when that does happen, the body will feel better. You will be healthier in your mind, but it needs to happen naturally on its own. You can't force it through melatonin, or because that stuff eventually is going to stop working if you depend on it and too much. And you can't like force yourself to just lay there and not sleep either. So you take that time to process, or to clean, or to do like a lot of this time. I spent a lot of time last year using it to clean, and then I slowly got into using the time to do some creative work and some paid work. And what's great about that for tech is you get uninterrupted time, and then your sleep will come. The other day, I had the most restful 30 to 45 minutes of just rest. And I woke up feeling like I slept 8 hours. It's really weird how that happens. But then other times, I slept 8 hours in a day and got up and went out and did the shopping and all of that kind of stuff and hung out in the neighborhood a little bit. And it's going to depend. But one of the things in getting in fight or flight mode, one of the things that you will notice is the ability to rest better, sleep better, and in the ability that you understand why you've had ups and downs in your relationships, why you've made changes in your relationships, why maybe some family you've went no contact while other family you've gotten extremely close to, why you value certain people in your life and what they bring, what they teach you, what makes people special to you. Like when you start to really understand a lot of these things in your mind, it sounds so basic. It sounds very simplified, but it's not. And we need to understand a lot of this stuff before we can get to productivity and what is the best app to use. Because the best app to use is going to be an app that helps you process all of this. It's not going to be the app that helps you manage your time the best, not necessarily. If that is a part of it for you, that's cool. That's not wrong or bad in any way. There's no moral qualms against it. However, we need to really focus on like what do we value and why do we love somebody and all that kind of stuff, and what gives us energy and what takes energy away. And for me, the wrong relationships will take the energy away and I won't be active in anything. Whereas the right relationships will connect me more to my own life, and in somebody taking interest or people in their roles, taking an interest in what is going on and what I've got in my life, it makes me more interested in my life. Like that's just a fact. If somebody encourages you, you're going to feel more encouraged. You're going to feel more energy. You're going to feel life more. And you're going to be more present with yourself, with your life. So it's very important. Just like I've had to also eat a lot more salad throughout the week, a lot more vegetables throughout the week, a lot less carbs. That's definitely something I've felt in the body, in the mind, and how it kind of makes you sluggish if you eat carbs a lot of the times. But having some balance of things that are good is fine. If you're not real extreme about anything, is fine. But it just depends on kind of what you're doing in life. So remember to like really prioritize like when you really need to crash, when you really need sleep, when you really need to relax, when you just need to have fun, when you need to do some meditation, some guided work. I've had to learn to prioritize that as well. I've been feeling the effects of that. And don't be busy for the sake of being busy. Be present in the moment and be busy for the sake of just enjoying life moving, not for the sake of filling your time or, preoccupying your mind with busyness, but actually be busy for the sure movement of life, movement of water, and life-giving. And then sleep and rest and get in on your dreams, get in on your thoughts, get in on your prayers, your meditation. Figure out, what kind of spirituality resonates with you, and get in on all of that in your mind and go in deep on that in your mind. And just, that's what sleep gives you the space for, and rest. And you can kind of learn eventually as you stop shaming yourself for sleep. You can start to sleep anywhere. I never used to be able to sleep anywhere, but now if I'm outside sitting down, if I'm on the couch, if I'm in the chair, if I'm back here in my office that I've kind of built for myself, and maybe I'm doing a lot of heavy duty. Like this is like more of like a health office space with meditation and all that kind of stuff. If I'm doing all of that, I'm heavy into like spirituality, ritual, things like that. That is also a form of rest because you're going deep into what you're doing. If I'm in the heavy middle of prayer and worship, and maybe I'm doing stuff, some churchy things with friends or anything like that, that can also very much restore energy and be a huge form of deep rest. So whatever it is, you can take the rest from something. You can connect the rest into doing something, which will then restore your energy by really just breathing in and being with it and just being present with it. There is nothing like sitting outside and listening and observing and watching your neighborhood, not in a nosy way, but just the movement of life around you. It's just so profound. And like sitting outside and observing that has given me a lot of life as well and a lot of appreciation for the presence. And in your hustle and grind life, like this is a part of your life as well. And so I don't want to minimize that because a lot of us need to be busy for the sake of just like, we want to grind, we want to hustle in whatever we're doing, creative work, paid work, whatever we're doing in life, being a parent, being a spouse, being a partner, being, working together, being a good friend, being a good family member, showing up for people we love. And so being able to get rest, connect with that rest, get energy, connect with that energy, and kind of like eat your rest, eat your energy, source this shit that you are given, that you have in your life, that has been created, that is designed, and design it and design within it, co-create with it, and really get in on rest, really get in on restoration, really get in on energy, really get in on inner work, and really get in on your thoughts. A lot of people in meditation say the goal is to like not be attached to your thoughts. I disagree from my own experiences, and I've had some pretty intense meditation, silent observation, witnessing, all the things, even out of body, even just a lot of very spiritual connections. But what's actually kept me going is my thoughts. What's kept me aware and connected and understanding what's going on is my thoughts. And a lot of people, when they teach meditation, they treat the thoughts as if they are your enemies, when really, if we were just a little more in tune and in touch with what we are thinking and why we're thinking it, we can, I actually think we can understand meditation, and even just we can connect in spirituality a lot better if we can understand our thoughts and not shame ourselves for having thoughts in the first place. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, and different. So yeah, pretty interesting. I just really wanted to get back here and do some more recording for you guys before I do what I need to do. And I almost didn't, but I'm glad I did because I think we've covered some things and really got in deep on the work that needed to be focused on. So hopefully we can take this with us throughout our day. Hopefully we can take this with us. So thank you so much for listening. Take care of yourselves, take care of your life, take care of each other. And let's focus on ourselves and stay connected.